Everybody, and welcome back to the Entertainment Brick Show. Today, I'm continuing the series for the LEGO Infinity Saga video game, but as you probably saw by the title, if you read the title, today is going to be a little bit different, because at this point, Phase 3 is over, or I've done the Phase 3 videos, rather, and at the time of this recording, Phase 4 has not ended yet. Black Panther hasn't released yet, so I haven't made a Phase 4 video yet. So with that being said, what would be next on the list of stuff to get done, and that is potential DLC ideas for the game. Now, to start us off, this video is going to be all about character packs. I have 5 character packs all set up or all written out for this game and what I think, they would do if they were to have character packs for this game, character DLC packs. But I also have a bunch of level packs that are also going to be in separate videos coming up. And those are going to be all the Disney Plus shows. So for the first year of Disney Plus Marvel shows, which was 2021, starting from WandaVision and going until, what was the last Disney Plus show? Hawkeye, I think it was. Hawkeye, I think is when it ended. So yeah, that whole year is covered. And then the next video would be when She-Hulk ends, would be the next year of Disney Plus Marvel shows. And that would be 2 separate videos there. But we still have these character packs to get through as well, which are going to be all other Marvel projects that have basically been worked on before. So I'm very excited to share all these character pack ideas with you. This is definitely going to be a different kind of style of video, considering I'm not really going to be going through levels. I'm just going to be kind of talking about different characters that are going to be included in this game, basically, from these character DLC packs. But I'm excited to get into it, so why don't we get started right now with the first pack. So the first character pack that I have on the list here is going to be a What If Zombies character pack. So this is obviously going to be based off of the Zombies episode of What If, where, Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, Wasp, a whole team of people were all trying to kind of go through New York and different places in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and trying to stop all the zombies or just try to escape them, basically. So that is what's going to be translated here. There's going to be a character pack based off of that one episode where you basically just get zombie versions of the Avengers and really cool characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, for example, as you can probably see on the screen, one character is going to be Captain America as a zombie, another is going to be Iron Man as a zombie, there's going to be a Scarlet Witch zombie, Hawkeye as a zombie, Doctor Strange as a zombie, Falcon as a zombie, Thanos as a zombie, Peter Parker from that Zombies episode. He didn't actually become a zombie in the episode, but, just kind of like him with, the Cloak of Levitation, and, him unmasked and stuff would be kind of like the version that you get there from that episode. You also get Bruce Banner in the Zombies episode, so he had, the Mystic Arts robes on and stuff like that, so you get a version of Bruce Banner looking like that. And then you also get Scott Lang as just a floating head, basically, where he'll have the Cloak of Levitation as well, and he'll just be a floating head, and it'll be, him from that episode, basically. So, a pretty good amount of characters. That's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters, so that's right, 10 characters per character pack, and a pretty good array of characters. Now, there is going to be another What If Season 1 level pack, but this is just based off that one episode, that one Zombies episode, where you can get different variations of characters when they were zombies in the episode, as well as 3 other characters from the episode that also had some different designs. So I think the coolest character here would probably be the Captain America in a zombie form. He just looked really cool, and that was a big marketing piece that Marvel used when promoting the show here, when promoting What If, was a zombie Captain America, because he just looks really cool. So as well as the minifigure too, the little minifigure that was also in a minifigure series was a very cool looking figure. But so that's the first character pack, is What If Zombies. Let's move on to the next character pack. So this next character pack is going to be the Marvel Sony Spider-Man character pack. That is quite a mouthful. Marvel Sony Spider-Man character pack. But this is going to be basically a character pack including a bunch of different Sony related characters from the different, Sony Spideyverse, basically. So you're going to have characters from Venom, you're going to have characters from the original Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, you're going to have characters from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, so, characters all around here. So let's get into the characters who are actually going to be in this pack here. So we're going to have Spider-Man Tobey Maguire, So there's going to be, his original suit from the first movie, the first Spider-Man movie. You're also going to be getting Spider-Man Andrew Garfield from the first, his first look. I don't remember if his suits really changed in those movies, nor Tobey Maguire's, but whatever it is, it's going to be based off of the first Spider-Man movie in both of their own franchises, basically. Next is going to be the Lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man. So obviously the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie is going to be that version of the Lizard. You're also going to be getting Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. That version, the blue version, the blue Jamie Foxx version. So unlike the one from No Way Home. You're going to be getting Sandman from Spider-Man 3. So, maybe like him in his actual sand version rather than just like the regular guy. I forget his name in real life, not his supervillain name. But maybe like him, he'll have like half sand kind of or something like that. I don't know. Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2. I think could also be a really cool looking character. Of course, Alfred Molina played Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2, so I think he'd look really cool. You're also going to be getting Green Goblin from Spider-Man 1, obviously the Willem Dafoe version, and not the version from No Way Home, of course, because, that's obviously a different look for him. You're going to be getting the full Power Rangers looking suit from the first movie, the first Spider-Man movie, so that'll be very cool. Then moving into some of the later Sony Marvel Universe movies, you're going to be getting Venom, obviously from the Venom movie, as a big fig, the Tom Hardy Venom, and he'll be like a big figure character, so maybe you can turn back into, what was his name? Is it Eddie Brock, right? Yeah, Eddie Brock. So maybe you can like start off like when obviously when you go to a character selection screen in a Lego game, all the characters kind of show up, and maybe you can like click on Eddie Brock, and you'll start out as Eddie Brock, and then you can do a transformation into actual Venom. So I don't know, there's a lot of ways that it could be different, but and then also Carnage, who is played by Woody Harrelson from the Venom 2, and he'll also, I'm thinking the Carnage character will also be a big figure, because in the movie, Carnage was kind of like a little bit more bigger, just to match Venom's size, basically, so he'll also be included. I think he'll actually look really cool as a big fig, so I'm kind of excited to see if this, obviously if this game was real, that'd be a cool character to see. And then the final character, kind of a joke character to be honest, but he had to be thrown in here just because of the jokes. Morbius, Jared Leto's Morbius, because why not? Because it's just funny. So, because that movie was awful, but yeah, Morbius would also be in here just because of Jared Leto Morbius. It's just funny, so throw him in here. But yeah, there's your 10 characters from the Marvel Sony Spider-Man character pack. I think having different versions of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield from their original films, I think would be really cool in in this character pack, as well as all the villains just from their original looks, their original designs from their movies. And also having two big fig Carnage and Venom, that's pretty cool as well. So overall, pretty cool character pack, I think, to have included in this game. If this game was real, talking in terms if this game was real. But let's go to the next one. The next pack on the list here is the Into the Spider-Verse character pack, of course based off of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which was the animated movie, which is also going to be getting a sequel, or actually 2 more sequels, right? Because it's going to be a trilogy. Which is very exciting. Can't wait for those movies. That first one was incredible, and I'm very excited for their sequels. But I would think that, if this game was real, they would include, if they're kind of going the route that I'm going with these DLC character packs, I think Into the Spider-Verse should definitely get its own character pack. A lot of Spider-Man character packs in this game, but there's a lot of Spider-Man Spider-Verse stuff out there, so why not? But this pack is pretty straightforward. You're just kind of getting a lot of the main characters from the movie and, like the Spider team that was built up in that film. So obviously you'll be getting Miles Morales in his regular version as well as his Spider-Man version. There'll probably be some sort of transformation feature from just regular Miles Morales and then also into his actual Spidey suit. So yeah, that figure will be included. You'll also be getting Spider-Gwen, of course, the Spider-Gwen character from the movie in that same design. I don't know if it would be like the same thing with Miles where you can start out as Gwen Stacy and then transform to Spider-Gwen. I don't know if that's exactly how it would work because, well, actually, I guess Gwen Stacy was in the movie a little bit, so I guess that would work. So Spider-Gwen could be, start out as Gwen Stacy and then transform into Spider-Gwen. Then you'll also be getting a different version of Spider-Man in his design from Into the Spider-Verse. So just kind of like that look, basically, where another same thing where it goes with Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales. you'll be able to, be Peter Parker and then transform into actual Spider-Man, which would be cool. Next character is Spider-Ham. Of course, a fan favorite character, in my opinion, from that movie. Of course, he had to be included here, so, Spider-Ham would be included. Penny Parker, which is the girl with the giant Spidey robot. I don't even know. I don't remember what that thing was called. Was it SPDR or something like that? I don't remember. But she'll be included with the Spider-Man robot. My guess is that it'll just be like the giant robot is the character that you'd play as, and then Penny Parker would just be kind of like sitting on top of it like she does in the film. So that would be kind of how that works. And then, of course, obviously, Spider-Man Noir would be included in this pack. He has his hat and everything. It looks very cool. So he'll be included in here. Then, for some villains from the movie, you'll get Olivia Octavius, actually a fairly unique character to this movie, as well as, a unique character to any Lego game before, or Lego Marvel game before, rather. So she'll be really cool to have in this pack here, as well as in this game. Instead of just having a regular Dr. Octopus, now you have Olivia Octavius. And then you'll also be getting Wilson Fisk in his look from Into the Spider-Verse, so, like the black suit, the much bigger, stockier build, so obviously he'll be a big figure. And then you'll also be getting the Prowler, of course, generally a main villain of the movie, so without a doubt he is absolutely included in this pack. And then the final character included will be Tombstone, who is Kingpin's right-hand man. So, pretty good amount of characters here. If I made these packs a little bit more like bigger with more characters, I'd probably include the other villains. I think Scorpion, the giant Green Goblin. Who else was a villain in that movie? I don't even remember. I guess I can't remember. I just remember Scorpion and the giant Green Goblin, like dragon looking thing, which is pretty cool. But so those are the characters for the Into the Spider-Verse pack. My favorite would probably be Spider-Man Noir, just because I like the design of him in that movie. But also Olivia Octavius as well, because just a unique design for a Dr. Octopus kind of character. So, this would be a pretty cool pack. Again, another Spider-Man pack, but pretty cool overall. So, let's move on to the next pack. The next pack here is going to be the Netflix Defenders character pack. Of course, a bunch of characters based off of the Netflix shows, Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Defenders, and Punisher, I think were all the shows. So obviously, it was Marvel shows before Marvel shows Disney Plus Marvel shows existed. So, very, very exciting, cool pack here with a lot of cool characters. So I'm excited to get into it. So of course, starting off the pack, you're going to be getting Daredevil, Charlie Cox Daredevil, who is now making his way into the MCU, but this version I'm thinking will be his his starting out, his like vigilante suit, as I call it, where he just has kind of like the black top, black pants, and then just kind of like the black wrap around his eyes. Just kind of that version of Charlie Cox, or Daredevil rather, would probably be included, considering we're already going to be getting a Daredevil character and many other. I guess he's gonna get his own show. He's getting his own shows to start off, as well as She-Hulk, Echo. He's gonna appear everywhere. So, which is very exciting. So I wanted to kind of keep this version of Daredevil unique, and the best way to do that, I thought, would be to include him in his like vigilante suit. So there's that. Then you'll also be getting Jessica Jones, of course, from her own show, as well as the Defenders. Pretty cool character. I mean, we never really got like a Netflix Defenders or Netflix character pack in any other kind of Marvel game before, just because they're more adult shows rather, or more mature shows. But I think Jessica Jones would be a cool character to have included here, and a vital one as well for these Netflix shows, because was she before Daredevil or after? I don't remember exactly, but she was one of the early ones. She was one of the first shows that they did. Next would be Luke Cage, course, played by Mike Coulter. And I hope all these characters come back to the MCU. But Luke Cage will be included in here, of course, based off of his show, as well as the Defenders. You also be getting Iron Fist, played by Finn Jones. So obviously his design from his show in the Defenders. Because he never really got like a full-blown Iron Fist suit, from what I remember. He was just kind of like him, Danny Rand, I think his name was. And then also in this pack would be Elektra, of course, from Daredevil Season 2. I don't remember the actress's name of Elektra. I didn't write it in my notes either, so I apologize for that. But that version of Elektra, from season 2 of Daredevil or the Defenders, whatever, would be included in this pack. You'll also be getting Misty Knight from, I think she was in Luke Cage, and I think she was in Jessica Jones a little bit. I don't remember exactly. I gotta rewatch all those shows. I rewatched Daredevil. I didn't watch all the other ones though, because that's just a lot of stuff to watch. But yeah, she'll be included. Colleen Wing, which of course is from Iron Fist as well. I think she was in the Defenders, I believe. She'll be included in here. If I'm not mistaken, at the end of Iron Fist season 2, she was given a sword, I think. So she'd probably have a sword as, a weapon to use. You'll also be getting Claire Temple, of course, from Daredevil. Was she in Punisher? I think she was in Punisher. She was also in Luke Cage and the Defenders. I don't know. She was in a lot. She was in a lot of the Netflix Marvel shows. So, of course, Claire Temple will be included here. You'll also be getting the Punisher, of course, played by John Bernthal. Fingers crossed his Punisher returns in Daredevil. That would be incredible. But he is for sure going to be included in this pack. Him based off of, or that version of him based off of probably Daredevil Season 2 would be my guess, or even his own show. Doesn't really matter. And then the final character here is going to be Stick, which of course is Daredevil's teacher, basically. I think he'd be kind of a cool, unique character to include here. I was going to include Wilson Fisk, but I feel like that's kind of a lot of Wilson Fisk, because, he's showing up in Hawkeye, or he did show up in Hawkeye, rather. He's going to be showing up in Echo. He's going to be in the Daredevil show, and I think, I can save Wilson Fisk for another time, So I think, having him be saved for another time would be better, and just having a more unique character that most likely will not show up in the other MCU shows like Stick would be a better choice for this spot on the list here in this pack. So yeah, Stick will be the next character. I think he'll also have a really cool design as well from, his episodes in Daredevil. So yeah, I think my favorite from this one would probably actually be Stick, just because he's just a unique character to include in this pack. But otherwise, probably Daredevil, because I do like Daredevil a lot, and having that vigilante suit from seasons 1 and 3, I think would work really well for this pack. So there is the Netflix pack, and now we'll move on to the final pack, which is probably the coolest one, I think. All right, now moving on to the final character pack in the set here. And that is what I like to call the Variety Marvel Movies Character Pack. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does that even mean? Let me explain. So, of course, before the MCU existed, before the MCU existed, there were a bunch of different kinds of Marvel movies. I mean, there was the X-Men movies with Hugh Jackman. There were also the revitalized X-Men movies with, like, James McAvoy as Professor X. But there were also, like, little movies based. There was, like, a Daredevil movie with, what's his name? He played Batman, in, like, Batman vs. Superman. Oh my god. I had this all prepared and I completely blanked on his name now. Alright, well, that's completely gone, I apologize. But yeah, there was a Daredevil movie with a, Daredevil played by this Ben Affleck, there we go, just got it, just came back to me. Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. There was, a Blade movie. There was an Incredible Hulk movie. Like, there were all these just kind of movies that existed before the MCU really took place, basically. And I thought, why not include some characters from those lesser-known, or somewhat lesser-known, Marvel movies from the past. So, this is basically what that pack is. So, starting off the list here, we have Howard the Duck from the 1986 movie Howard the Duck. Yes, in 1986, there was a Howard the Duck movie, if you didn't know. And I don't know if it did too well. I never seen it before. But I know Howard the Duck is kind of a kooky character to include in this pack. So I thought, why not throw him in here just cause? Next character is the Hulk from the Incredible Hulk in 2008. I mean, why not, right? I didn't include the Incredible Hulk movie in the MCU Phase 1 video to do like a level pack or anything based off of, just because, I don't know. I don't really count that as an MCU movie personally. I know people do, but not for me exactly. Or not me, really. But yeah, the Hulk would be included in here just because why not? Why not include that version? Then the next character is going to be Ghost Rider. Specifically Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider from that Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie. I think there was 2 of them, but I never saw those either. I haven't really seen a lot of these variety Marvel movies, to be honest with you, but including these characters would be, I think, a really cool idea. So, Ghost Rider from that movie. Then we have Professor X from X-Men First Class, played by James McAvoy. Professor X. We're already getting Patrick Stewart, Professor X from Multiverse of Madness. Spoilers for Multiverse of Madness, my bad, if you haven't seen that movie already. So why not include the other version of Professor X, which is the James McAvoy version from First Class. So there you go. He's included. Next is Deadpool from Deadpool 2016. Obviously, the first Deadpool movie. This is the why am I blanking on actor's name right now? Ryan Reynolds. I'm blanking on actors' names as I'm trying to do this, so I apologize. But yes, Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. And if you haven't seen the news recently, Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool 3 is happening, and I think Phase 6 or something like that, and Hugh Jackman Wolverine's returning, so that's very exciting, but regardless, why not include Deadpool 2016 in here, or, Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool in this pack here, because at the time of writing this pack, I didn't know that Hugh Jackman was returning, so, and speaking of Hugh Jackman, Logan is the next character included here from the 2017 Logan movie, which I love that movie. I did see that one. That was a great movie. And I saw Deadpool, but that was a good movie. I loved Logan. Logan was just a cool design for Wolverine, just a regular Wolverine, but just a grittier design, I think, which was cool. Logan from Logan would be included in this pack as well. And then Cable from Deadpool 2, because I wanted to do a character from Deadpool 2, but I also didn't want to just do Deadpool again, so why not include Cable? Cable was a pretty important character in Deadpool 2, bringing in time travel and stuff like that, so, Cable from Deadpool 2, and then we also have Phoenix from the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie, which wasn't the best X-Men movie, I didn't even watch it, but I just thought, why not include him in here, or her in here, just cause, so, Phoenix from Dark Phoenix. Then we have Bullseye from the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. I think that was like 2003, I think it was. And Bullseye was played by Colin Farrell. So why not include him in here, just because, another crazy movie that existed before the MCU. And then the final character included here is Blade, Wesley Snipes' Blade from that Blade movie. Actually, I think there was either two, or there may have even been a trilogy of Blade movies. I don't remember. But of course, we are getting a revitalized Blade movie. That just lost its director, by the way, so that movie's definitely going to be pushed back, I think, as disappointing as that is to hear. So Wesley Snipes' Blade will also be included in this movie. But I think this is probably the coolest pack, in my opinion, because you're just getting a bunch of different characters from a bunch of different pre-MCU Marvel movies. The coolest one, probably either Ghost Rider or Logan, just because I think Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, as much as I didn't see the movies, but I just, the design's kind of cool. It would be cool. I think it would be well translated into a Lego game. And then, of course, Logan, because just Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is just perfection. So, there is the final character pack there. And, there you go. So there you all have it. That is all 5 character packs that I think would be included in the Lego Infinity Saga video game. Thank you all for watching. It was a lot of fun making all these, putting these packs together, these DLC packs together. A lot of cool characters that I think would be really cool that wouldn't really fit with level packs, but character packs work better for them, of course. So, there you all have it. If you enjoyed that video, do the cool YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.